Hi everybody, welcome to Create Pretty Things. I'm so excited for our live today. We are going to be using this awesome, reusable, magnetic chalkboard finish frame. It's called the Aiden frame and it's one of our most deluxe frames that we have. I love this frame because you can use it over and over again simply by just erasing the chalk off using water and a scraper and a board eraser. So you can decorate this frame for Christmas, and then after Christmas is over, you can decorate it for Easter or St. Patrick's Day just by wetting down the chalk that you've put on and wiping it off. I barely fit in the frame. This is an 18 by 24 inch board. It's really big. And it's got this beautiful white wooden frame around it. And it is large and in charge. Now, why I'm so excited about this is because it is a deluxe board. It's our very high-end board. It's an investment, but I think it's a worthwhile investment because you can reuse it over and over again. But right now, it is on special in a bundle. So you can purchase this frame and a couple of our transfers for 40% off when you buy them together. Now this is a transfer we're going to use tonight. It's called Happy Haunting. And I just realized we have this wire in front of us. It is a Halloween transfer. I love it. Can you imagine how many different colors you can put in this? So it's going to fit right inside our frame. Look at that. Perfect, perfect fit. Now, I have got a cart link already made for you with everything in it that I am using tonight. The only thing that might be different is I have a green color that's a little different than this one. I'm going to use Wild Lime. Actually, it might be the same one. But some of the colors you're going to be using are going to come in what's called a palette pack, and they're individual little packages of single serving size chalk paste. So in that is going to come colors like this shimmer plum, which was only available in that single package. So that's why I included that package. Also, you're going to get some glow in the dark, which we may or may not use, but the glow in the dark paste is amazing for Halloween. So let's get started. First thing, these are so big that you do want to be a little careful taking them off the transfer backer. The first thing I want to do is get a marker and just kind of mark over the back of this transfer backer so that I know what's the right side and what's the wrong side when I put my transfer back on. Now, there is a proper way to store these, and that is to put them back on their backer. And I put mine back in the cellophane sleeve that it comes in, and I store it that way and store it flat. Because these are reusable between 8 and 12 times, I want to take really, really good care of this. But can you imagine, since these are reusable that many times, that you could make and sell signs? You can reuse this one transfer by it one time, and you can use any surface that you would like to apply this to, and you can reuse it over and over again, make a couple signs and sell them or give them to your family. I have a couple of daughters that love to decorate. We could all share one transfer and buy our own surfaces. You can also use these transfers as piece them out. Like if you just want the spider web on something, you can use just the spider web portion of this. Now what I'm doing right now is called fuzzing my transfer. Since this is a chalkboard frame and it's pretty flat, it's going to stick pretty good. So I want to add some fuzz to the back of my transfer, which is sticky on the back. The sticky is really important because it allows the transfer to stay in place and not move around on you when you're chalking. So I'm going to fuzz this like 5 or 6 times in each area just to make sure it's not quite as sticky. I'm lessening the sticky. Hey guys, if you want to know the products I'm using tonight, I have created that cart link for you. Just comment the word haunt, H-A-U-N-T, into the comments, and it will send you a link to your messenger with everything I'm using tonight. Now that will be a shopping cart, but you can modify that shopping cart. You can add, you can subtract, you can change the colors. If you already have a squeegee, you can take that out. I did add one squeegee. If you already have the board erasers, you can take that out. So modify it the way you want. Now I am going to have a drawing tonight, so whoever's left on at the end of this live and has commented and shared the video, you will be entered into a drawing, and I will give some Happy Mail out today or tomorrow probably. I'll get it ready tonight and send it out tomorrow. So please say hello, hit the heart button, and comment the word haunt, H-A-U-N-T, for the link to what we're using tonight. Okay, so now that I have fuzzed my transfer, I'm going to try not to let it get stuck to itself. I am going to center it on my board, and I am going to try my darndest not to have any air bubbles in this. So you want it to lay flat without any air bubbles so that you don't have any bleeding. No bleeding. So you'll have a crisp, clean imprint, and it will look awesome when it's done. Okay, this doesn't look quite straight to me. Let's see if I can straighten that out. Maybe I'll do it away from me this time. That looks pretty good there. And my fan is blowing this just a little bit off course. Pick it up, smooth it down. It really is easy to smooth down, guys. It's just my fan and the fact that it's such a large transfer. All right, I think I got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my squeegee and just kind of smooth over the whole transfer, just to make sure I'm down without any bubbles. I do see some air bubbles right there. It's not smooth, it's not attached properly. I'm gonna lift it, smooth it down. And if you do have air bubbles, you can try to work them out to the edges. And it's really just important wherever this silk screen is. Now the silk screen is where you can see through to the surface. It is just a little bit crooked again. Let's see if I can get that a little bit better. Okay. Okay, now this is where I'm starting to stick it to itself. Let's see. So I'm just trying to smooth some of these air bubbles off to the side. And this does fit so perfectly that you may have a hard time grasping the edges. So I had a bubble right there. Smooth that down. So if you are a beginner, I suggest starting with a smaller transfer, a size A transfer, which is a 5x7 would be great to start with, and one color. Now this is our largest transfer, and it can take many colors. It is harder to work with because it has more of an opportunity to get air bubbles. And also you're gonna want to use the paste and peel method, which just means that you are gonna paste an area and then you're gonna lift it up to release that paste. If the paste dries in the silk screen, it will not stay on the surface below. It will come up with your transfer. I've got a few little air bubbles right there. Release it. Push it down. Okay, guys, I think that is good. And like I said, you will not have as much trouble with the air bubbles as I have because you'll probably be working with a smaller transfer. But this one just takes a little bit of extra effort. I just really want it to come out perfect. I do have an air bubble right there. Smooth it down. Okay, so here it is, guys. It's all smoothed down. Let me see. Now we're going to get to chalking. So when we use our chalk paste, it is a chalk in a paste form. It is water soluble, non-toxic, and easy to use. So it's going to be the consistency of a sour cream or a yogurt. If it's too thick, you may want to thin it out with a little bit of distilled water. This one looks good. I am just going to go ahead. I'm going to do my cobwebs in white. I'll make sure this is good. So I'm going to take a little bit of paste on my squeegee, and I'm just going to smooth that on. Smooth it over my cobwebs. I'm not sure what color I should do these little dots. Maybe I'll do those in lime green. So I'm going to cover this cobweb. And you're just going to smooth it, move it from one area to the other, cover that silk screen up. When you've got it covered, you're going to want to go over it and take off any excess paste. And put it back in the jar. And for right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and do my lime green on a couple of these bubbles, and then we'll pull it up. So this is one of our colors. Well, it's lime, so I'm not sure if it's a color of the month or not. I don't think so. I think it's available. So remember I said you want to peel this off while they're wet. I have a fan overhead. It's going to dry very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, now that I've pasted it down, I'm going to get a hold of a corner of this transfer, and I'm going to peel this up. Let me show you guys what it looks like as I peel it. This is called our peel and reveal, and we're just going to peel off what we pasted. Look at that, guys. Do you see how gorgeous that looks? So that's what I've pasted so far. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. Now I'm just going to go ahead and let that flop right back down. And whatever I picked up that I'm going to paste over, I'm going to press to make sure it's down. I'm not going to press over the areas that I've already pasted. Now I'm thinking I'm going to do yellow for the moon, green for to all and to all. You know, maybe I'll do that purple. Orange for the happy haunting. Now for the orange, I am using the Hey Pumpkin. It's a seasonal color. Hey Pumpkin. It's a really nice color for fall. Let's stir it up. This is one of my newer pastes. See how creamy it is? So I'm gonna do happy in that. The word happy. Just basically cleaning off my squeegee, my chalk thing for the orange, and I'm going to smooth it on the word happy. How are you guys doing? It's Friday. Are you guys ready for the weekend? I am. Yeah. Have a little fun. Now I do have a few bubbles in this. I'm hoping I'm going to get the coverage that I want. I do have a few bubbles on this side. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and peel this up and take a peek. Now, if it doesn't look like I want it to, or if it didn't cover, I can go put it down real quick and redo it. But It does look good. Now it did bleed just a little bit. Now this is what I mean about the air bubbles. It may bleed a little bit between this P and this P. There was a little bit of bleeding, but guess what? This is a chalkboard. It can be cleaned up so easy, guys. You can just wipe that off. Just let it dry, and then you can wipe it off. I'm gonna dry this with my heat tool just a little bit because I'm gonna be chalking that other spider web and those dots, which are gonna be right next to it. And I wanna make sure we don't mess up this happy. So this dries really quick. It's just a thin paste. So it will dry really quick. It's made out of chalk. And even though we're doing this in sections, it still won't take you very long. The keyword for today is haunt, H-A-U-N-T. Type in the word haunt, and then check your messengers for the link to the shopping cart. Modify that shopping cart to make it so that you get exactly what you want. Stay until the end. Oops, and this is one thing I always do, guys, is when I peel it down, I lay it down where it's not supposed to be. And I have a little bit of a mess. But I think we can cover that up and take care of that. Okay, so now I want my white squeegee again. I'm gonna do that spider web and those dots. So I know that a lot of schools went back to, a lot of states, I should say, a lot of areas went back to school this week. We've been back in school since probably the end of July, but did you guys have any kids that you started back to school this week? And if so, how has that transition been? Have you had a hard time getting them back and forth, working it in, you know, changing your schedule up to fit that? Or has it been really smooth? Let me know in the comments how it's been. Please say hello as you jump on. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lime dots right here. And I'm gonna peel this up and we'll see what we have. So remember, if you have extra paste, you can go ahead and take it off. Peel it down. All the way to the dots. It looks great, guys. Looks great. Just gonna go ahead and my heat tool went overboard. So what else is new, guys? What are your plans for the weekend? Is the weather starting to change where you guys are? Ours is looking like fall, but it's not feeling like fall. It's a little cloudy, little breezy, but still very hot. See, and I did this again. I flopped it down. I shouldn't have. So when you flop it off, make sure you hold it up. That's my bad habit. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. I'm going to try and do the word haunting. And I think I'm going to do that in purple. So I do want to make sure that I get those down good without any air bubbles. Do the word haunting and shimmer plum. Shimmer plum. So this was only available in an individual paste pack. So that's one of the reasons why I put that combination paste pack in it, but also because it included the glow in the dark paste. I think those spider webs would look great in glow in the dark. So I'm also hoping that this shimmer plum will show up on the dark background. We'll see. Now the shimmer pastes do have a little bit of glimmer to them. Not really a glitter that makes a mess, but they catch the light a little differently. And I really love the shimmers. I love them so much. So whenever I have the opportunity to use a glitter, a shimmer, I use them. And one of the habits that I have of not doing, I really have to focus on, is getting the tail ends of my letters down, or my design, because I tend to skip over those. And I do have a few air bubbles in this too. Let's see how it does. An air bubble right there, and an air bubble right there. I'm just gonna try and force it, and I hope it doesn't bleed. We'll give it a check. Let's pull it up. I do have some bleeding. And I don't know that you can see that. We might want to redo that. I really can't see it at all. So what I can do is let this dry, and I can take it off and I can re-chalk it. Let's go on and make our moon yellow. We're going to use Bumblebee. Bumblebee for the yellow. And Bumblebee. Okay, here's our Bumblebee. Pretty yellow. I love it. I'm going to take off the extra, put it back in my jar, and I missed this spot right here. So you have a little air bubble right there. Try to work that through. Okay, peel this up. Awesome. Can you guys see that? A little bit of bleeding right here again. Let me see. I know I'm not supposed to put that down there, but see how I could do that. Let me see if I can get this little piece of paper towel wet right here. Whoops, I just dripped it on my... I'm gonna try to clean that up right now. We'll just see if that works well or if we should wait till it's dry. I think we probably should have waited till it's dry because I erased part of my window. But guess what, guys? I can relay that right down and re-chalk that window. Okay. Okay, the window's back. To all. Okay. So our spider webs are going to be white. To all. I wonder what color those should be. Should they be... I think I'm going to do that green. The lime green. So these are so fun. You can use whatever color you guys want. You can just smooth it on. You can make it yours. If you decide to change colors up as you go, you can. Like I'm going to change that purple out because it's not showing up. And I thought it might, but it's not. Do a couple of these dots right here while I'm here. Okay. All right, let's peel that up. I love it, guys. It's looking so great. I'm gonna start laying the transfer backer down in between because I always make a mess. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dry this. We're about halfway through. What color do you think I should change the purple to? So the purple's not showing up on the word haunting. A light color, silver, green. Should I do a light purple? What color do you guys think I should change it to? Be right back. Let me get another paste. Okay, what I've grabbed is something called Berry. So it's a lighter purple. I think that might work. I'm gonna go ahead and wet this down for just a second. So remember I said this is a chalkboard and you can peel off the paste or remove it just by wetting it down a little bit. I'm gonna do this carefully because I don't wanna redo my whole thing. And I'm also gonna clean my transfer just a little bit of this purple because I wanna get that out, have a clean screen, and redo it. So what I'm doing is I wet that part. I have what's called a board eraser. It's wet, it was soaking in water. And I'm just gonna gently clean the back side of it. I wanna get all that paste out of there. Normally I would take this whole thing to my sink, but today I'm doing it right here. So I've done the back side, I'm gonna have to do the other side as well. I'm gonna get my paste scraper, so it looks kind of like an ice scraper that you would use on your windshield. I'm just gonna kind of scrape this carefully. This is harder than it needs to be because I've got other stuff on here that I wanna keep. So I'm just gonna carefully and selectively scrape off that purple. And this is exactly how you would clean it if you wanted to go from a fall design to a Christmas design or Christmas to Easter and use the same board over and over again. This is an investment, this board. So it is really nice to be able to reuse it for every holiday. Therefore, you're only storing one board instead of a whole pile of designs that are completed. You can just erase this or scrape it off and work on it again. That's one of the benefits of using this beautiful board. And plus, it is magnetic. So if you wanted to hang something, a design, like a piece of a wooden ship that you've decorated, add a magnet to it, and then attach it to the front of this sign, you certainly could. Okay, let me get a paper towel. I'm going to carefully blot up this water. So right now that word haunting is gone. You may see a little bit of ghosting, and that's what your board eraser helps with. So I'm going to go over it very carefully. My board eraser. Make sure all that deep purple color is gone. And make sure it's dry. And then I am going to clean the other side of the word haunting on my silk screen. And we'll re-chalk it. I'm not going to clean the whole silk screen right now, the whole design, because underneath it still that it's not coming out. But we'll fix that in just a second. So I'm going to dry this off. And you do want to make sure it's dry before you re-chalk it. You can see it's coming clean. Make sure that this side's all dry. Before I put it down. Okay, all right, I'm gonna take my backer out. And I'm gonna lay this back down. And it really is pretty easy to line up because these are translucent, more so than they ever were. We've got a new manufacturer which started making these a little more translucent so you can see through them. And it really helps when you're relining these up. Okay, so now I've put the word haunting back on. No air bubbles. I've got my berry paste. And we're going to change up to the berry. Let's see if this stands out more. So it's still going to be a little Halloween purplish, but it's not as dark. The shimmer plum would have been beautiful on a whiteboard, but it just didn't show up on the black. And you guys, that may change what you want to do for that palette pack. You may want to take that palette pack out completely, just buy a pack of the colors you want, because shimmer plum was what was holding it up and what made me go to this palette pack. So you may want to reconfigure that shopping cart a little bit because we're not using the shimmer plum. So I've got it on there. Take off the excess, and I do have a few air bubbles here, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if this shows up better. And I want my I'm learning, guys, that once you peel it back for these big transfers, you want to protect your other part of your transfer so that it doesn't go through the silk screen. Oh my gosh, so much better, guys. Can you see it? So I do have some cleanup here where it was bleeding. Like I told you, there was air bubbles and I could feel them. So I could clean that up in just a second. I'll let it dry. And there are, like this little green dot here, it's not complete, and this one's not complete. So I may redo those with the green. Yeah, this looks so much better, guys. Okay, so I know this dot wasn't complete. And I believe this dot wasn't complete. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go down and do the white spider webs again. But I do need to make sure this is down completely so that we don't have any bleeding and air bubbles. I'm so glad you guys are still watching. Make sure you comment haunt, H-A-U-N-T, to get in the drawing, share the page, and stay on till the end of the live, and I will do a drawing for some Happy Mail. I just love this transfer, guys. And this is a great, great opportunity for you to get this at a great price. It is a high-priced, high-ticket item, the board is, but it's 40% off when you buy it with this transfer. the transfer and the board together are 40% off retail price. It is the opportunity to get this. And like I said, a lot of people will do the seasonal transfer on there. And then when the next season comes, they'll clean it off and they will redo another transfer. Okay, we're almost done, guys. So we've got our webs. Let's peel it back. Awesome, I love it. Release that paste out of the screen, and I did see a part right here that didn't quite go through. And then I'm going to do orange and purple. So orange. This part will go so quick, guys. We're almost done. Stay on until the end to get in that drawing. Make sure you comment. Comment either haunt and share the page, or comment anything else and share the page. I'd love to send out Happy Mail. Okay, we're done with the orange, and I think we can get the fright done without it drying. So let's get that purple done. Almost done. I can't wait to see the end result. And I did get a little bit of orange in the fright, and I think that's okay. It will add some distinction to that. Though I don't really want to mess up my paste. I want to make sure my paste is clean for next time. Let's take it off, guys. Here's the big reveal. Here it goes. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and stick this right here so I can take it back to my sink and clean that, because it's a big one. So I'm going to take it back to my sink and clean it. But look at that, guys. What do you think? It was kind of hard when we had to redo the haunting. So I do have a little bit of cleanup, but like I said, I could just, this is a chalkboard, so I can just work out a little bit and get it off. What do you think? Please give it a heart if you love it. Make sure you comment something. Comment the word haunt if you want the link. Comment anything. And people that are on at the end of this drawing, which is right now, I will do a drawing for some Happy Mail. Please comment and share the video. All right, let me see. Let me check my statistics here. See who's still on and who has commented. Go here. Go here. Okay, I'm checking, guys. I'm checking. Okay. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you love this. By the way, if you're watching the replay, please comment #replay, and I will send out Happy Mail as soon as I'm off of here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved it as much as I did. Make sure you get this. Go now before it runs out. Get this. There's like 3 or 4 different packages. Some are smaller Aiden boards. Some are larger. Well, this is the largest one. But it comes with, there's 2 different transfer options. And then there's a couple transfer options for the smaller boards. So take a look at those. It's your chance to get that magnificent Aiden board at a good price. I wanted to show you if I can find a magnet. Let me find a magnet. Let me find a magnet to show you how it sticks. Okay. So if you wanted to add a bow or something on here, you could add it to the magnet and just attach it up there. So it's a magnet too. Magnetic, reusable, porcelain steel chalkboard. Get it now, guys. Comment haunt, H-A-U-N-T, for the link. Bye, guys. I love you. Oh, bye.